All right, Calc, welcome to Yak Math videos for the answers to your Calc questions to know for your quiz this Friday. Folks, number one, evaluate the difference quotients. All right, so we got f of x is 3x squared plus 2x minus 4. If I want to evaluate f of 2 plus h, I simply plug 2 plus h in for x. 2 spots right there. Okay, that is a little bit of algebra. So as we've talked about in class, square that binomial, distribute through, take your time with that algebra. You get 3h squared plus 14h plus 12, which I'm just going to put right there. Then minus f of 2, so I plug 2 in for x. And didn't really show that work there. When I plug 2 in for x, this is how I get those answers. 2 squared is 4 times 3. Again, we're in Calc. We should know how to do that pretty quickly. So it's 12. So we put the minus 12 right there, dividing all of that by h. Again, if this goes too quick, pause it at any time. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to subtract those, and they cancel. What does everything have in common? It has out an h. So by. Answer is 3h plus 14. If f of x is that, find f of negative 4, positive 4, 3 times f of a, f of 2a, and f of a plus 4, like we did in class. Plug negative 4 in for x. Let's do that algebra. Plug positive 4 in for x. That's what you get there. Again, pause it, take your time. Guys, all we're doing on 3f of a is plugging a in for x, and then tripling that whole equation. Okay, so these two equations are the same. That just has x and that has a. Then we're tripling all those terms. Now f of 2a, I gotta square 2a first, then multiply it by 5. Triple that, add 11, simplify, right? We did a few like that in class. F of a plus 4 takes a little bit of work. We'll plug a plus 4 in there and there, so I gotta square it first. Always square the first term, double the inner product, keep the same sign, square the second term, all right? That is how it simplifies. Again, if you catch any errors, please let me know. Get a little brownie point or an airhead or whatever candy I have left over from last year. Sounds appetizing. All right, take a look at number 3. Find the domain. So first, any number 4 or more works there. Any number negative 1 or more. Well, folks, I can't plug negative 1 in there. I get a negative. So actually, 4 is the lowest I can go to make both of these work out. So my domain is any x such that x is greater than or equal to 4, or any x 4 to infinity makes both of these okay. Simply set the bottom equal to 0. Okay, set this equal to 0. So factor it when it multiplies to 24 because it's negative, differs by 2. 6 and 4, the 4 is negative. So my domain is any x such that x doesn't equal negative 6 or 4. Find the domain and range of the function, which I don't think I mentioned the range, so we'll talk about that in a sec. Anyway, you can take the square root of 0, but nothing less, so set this equal to 0. You get x is plus or minus 4, so any number between negative 4 and positive 4 we found out makes this work. Okay, also, guys, so the lowest value I get out of this is the square root of 0, so that means for my range, I'm going to have any number between 0 and, when I plug 0 in here, the highest number I'm going to get out of that square root is 16. So any number between 0 and 4. And you can really see that from the graph. So if you want to wait to give the graph before you get the range, that's fine. Anyway, all you got to do, folks, is plug negative 4 in for x. You get 0. Plug 4 in for x. You get 0. Plug 0 in for x. You're looking for perfect squares. When you let x be 0, you get square root of 16. Guys, this makes a curve. It's half of a circle with a radius of 4. Okay. Moving on. Determine whether f is even, odd, or neither. Show why. This is, technically why you show why. Show that f of negative x is equal to f of x if it's even. Again, I'll let you plug in opposites. If you, again, I just arbitrarily pick negative 2, pick negative 3, whatever, that's fine. Plug in negative 2, plug in positive 2, you get the same answer. F of negative x is equal to f of x. That makes it even. Guys, on this one, if I plug in opposites, I don't get the same answer. I don't get opposite answers, so it's neither, all right? Remember, for even, it is this. F of negative x is f of x. And for odd, if I plug in a negative, then I get the exact opposite answer as if I plug in the positive. This is what we did in class today, guys. Just add the two equations for f plus g. Subtract the two equations for f minus g. Make sure you are subtracting all of it. Multiply the two equations for f times g. You have a 3 by 2, so you're going to have 6 terms first. Again, do that, draw the arrows. Okay, there's going to be 6 of them. And then f over g, but talk about the domain, so that's just simply this over this. Set the bottom equal to 0. 6x minus 5 is 0. X is 5, 6. So x can be any number as long as it's not 5 over 6, because 5 over 6 makes this denominator 0. Again, pause this anytime. This video's got to be relatively quick. And the last page, f of g of x. So that means just rewrite g of x there. And I'm going to plug this in for x in that equation. That is a lot of algebra. I plug 7x plus 5 in for x there. I plug 7x plus 5 in for x there. And then add 4 at the end. Okay, it's just a lot of algebra. G of f of x means I take f of x, just rewrite it there, and I plug that in for x just once right there. It's a lot, but it's just simple distribution. All right, and it's like inception style composition here. F of g of h of x. Let's just handle this inner part here first. G of h of x. That's what h of x is. So I'm going to plug it in for x in the g equation. So I'm going to square it and subtract 3 as it told me to do. I get this. I'm going to take all of that and in the outer function plug it in for x right there. So 3 times that huge quantity plus 2 gives me that answer. All right, these are all the answers for your quiz review. Again, we'll talk about this a little bit tomorrow on Thursday, but there it is. Again, come see me if you got questions. Make sure you know how to do these. These will all be on Friday's first 50-point quiz. All right, Yak Math Videos signing out.